Hi there everyone. Now, if you've watched our videos before, this might seem odd. We don't normally start our videos like this.
First off, the way they cut it is just awful. Kind of makes me want to cry.
I do not see tongs. Speaking of drunken clams, it's missing a few clams.
Just don't waste your time in stomach space.
It almost kind of tastes like old seawater.
And in fact, this video, just as a warning, is going to come off very negative. And that's not how we like to present things, but it's the honest truth. We always want to give you our honest opinions, our honest thoughts.
So without further ado, let's roll that beautiful beef footage.
In a day and age where a Las Vegas buffet is becoming harder and harder to find, two names continuously stand out amongst the remainders of the once common casino staple.
And in case you didn't know, that would be the buffet at Wynn and our personal favorite, the Bacchanal Buffet, located here at Caesar's Palace.
As the largest buffet in Las Vegas, Bacchanal serves up a wide variety of seafood, features an abundant selection of international cuisines, and boasts an impressive carving station.
Don't forget their show-stopping desserts.
While the Bacchanal holds a special place in our hearts, it's been almost 2 years since we've had their dinner service, and we want to know, is it still worth the high price tag?
Stick around and find out on today's episode of James and Paul Try It All.
Alrighty, now, if you decide to visit the Bacchanal, we highly recommend making a reservation. If you don't, it could end up meaning that you stand in line for quite some time simply to pay, and then probably a little additional time just to get in. And we did make a reservation, so our line is actually very short right now compared to what I think is the non-reservation line. But it's almost our turn to pay, so we'll be right back.
For disclosure, we were not compensated by Caesars or the Bacchanal. As mentioned earlier, this review isn't the most positive, so we are only providing an opinion based on our dining experience. The Bacchanal is a very popular buffet and taste is subjective, so we encourage you to form your own opinions not just on our video, but also the many other reviews out there.
Alrighty guys, now the Bacchanal Buffet has a 90-minute time limit. So we've got a lot to show you in only a short amount of time to do it. We're gonna take you through a station by station. Tonight we're actually gonna start at the far end because admittedly the seafood section right now is kind of jam-packed. Stay tuned, I'm excited. Alrighty guys, we are starting off with the Asian station here, one of my favorites, and I think we're gonna go ahead and start off with some pork fried rice. As you can see, we've got some kimchi fried rice, some Chinese gailan, but the pork fried rice sounds good. Let's get a little tiny bit of that. I'm gonna get a tiny bit of bang bang shrimp just for myself. The ding ding noodles looks like, oh, there they are. Oh, beautiful. Let's grab some of these. Those look beautiful. Let's do a little bit of the black pepper beef.
Oh, those look really good.
Spring rolls, always gotta get one of those. Crab rangoon. Mushroom pot stickers. Let's grab a couple of those guys. Ooh, we got barbecue pork buns. There's a lot of shrimp in the Asian section, so which means it's a lot of stuff Paul can't have. Let's get some Chinese roasted duck. We're gonna get some pork ribs because Paul and I both love a pork rib. Okay, looks like we got some poke and some sushi. I definitely want some sushi. Ah, the Bacchanal California roll looks delightful. Alrighty, now we are coming to, it looks like Filipino section. Do you want any barbecue pork skewers? One for each of us. All right, guys, that's the end of the Asian station. Let's go dig in. Again, 90 minutes, so we got a lot to show you. I'm gonna go ahead and tuck right in. Let's start with some of the shrimp stuff here that Paul can't eat. Let's go with the bang bang shrimp. Looks delicious, it's crispy, it's crunchy, it's coated in a sweet glaze. Delightful. It's got actually a great crunch, holy crap. It's sweet, it's shrimpy. There's a wonderful crunch to it. Let's go in for the shrimp and chive. There's pork, there's chive, there's shrimp in it. It's delightful. It's one of my favorite things at dim sum. Though it does feel weird eating this without chopsticks. The Asian station's my favorite. Let's try the spring roll, since I know Paul wasn't interested in that. We'll go in by itself. I'd say that's your fairly average spring roll. Nothing remarkable about it. It's a veggie spring roll, perfectly delicious. Let's try with a little bit of the sweet chili. Hard not to love that. Now we're gonna try a crab rangoon. I'm a sucker for a crab rangoon. I'm a bit of a crab rangoon connoisseur. Get out of here, Panda Express, with your fake ragoons without any crab in it. That's all right. I wouldn't go back for seconds. It's fine. Not the best ragoon I've ever had. I'm gonna go for the ding ding noodles, which is basically lo mein. The first type of Chinese food I ever had as a kid. Tastes like classic, standard, Americanized Chinese takeout, and I'm here for it. Let's go for the pork fried rice. I wish there was more pork in there. I'm probably not gonna waste a whole lot of stomach space on that. Let's try the kalbi, Korean barbecue beef short rib. Very tough. It's either overcooked or old. It has a great flavor, but be prepared to chew. I love a bao. Let's just split it down the middle. Got a decent amount of filling in there. The bun itself is sweet and lovely and just fluffy. Got a good chew to it. I wish the char siu had a little bit more sauce to it. It's very light, but not bad for a buffet. All right, before we turn over to Paul, I've got one last thing here. We got, two last things, I lied. We're gonna try the black pepper beef. Don't get me wrong, very Americanized Chinese takeout, but I'm here for it. Last but not least, we got the mushroom pot sticker. That's good. Huge amount of umami in there. Looks like there may be some other greens in there, but I don't quite tell what it is. Not complaining. Let's turn it over to Paul. I think he's quite hungry and wants to dig into that duck.
I am excited to try this roast duck. Now, I have to give props to Bacchanal for having duck on their buffet because other premium buffets do not feature it. At least not that I've seen. Is this the best duck I've ever had? Absolutely not. However, it's duck on a buffet, and I will give the Bacchanal props for that. Let's get a bite of the skin.
It's the best duck you've ever had on a buffet.
Exactly. And the skin, fatty, moist. I think the inner duck, though, is a little bit tougher than I would like. Let's go ahead and try the lechon. These bits that we have look like the pork belly, so let's give it a taste. That was delightful. It's tender, it's moist. That flavor just bursts right into your mouth. Of course, you can't go to the Asian section without a barbecue rib. Let's go ahead and give this char siu rib a taste. Okay, that rib is sweet. You can definitely taste the char siu flavor. No complaints on this rib. I definitely enjoy it. Let's go with the meat skewers here. Let's give that a bite. The meat is very tender, full of flavor. I'm definitely getting a lot of the grill flavor. And it also has a sweet sauce. So moving on to the Bacchanal sushi selection, we decided to go with the Bacchanal California and the Bacchanal Volcano Roll, which is basically gonna be your typical California roll and your spicy tuna roll. Let's go ahead and start with the California roll.
We forgot to grab chopsticks for those that are saying that's not authentic to use a fork.
Exactly, and we are normally chopsticks people, but we only have 90 minutes here.
We are on a time limit.
Exactly, we are on a time limit and we are gonna power through, so fork it is. California roll is not bad. Is it the best California roll that I've had? Absolutely not, but I do appreciate the crunch that went into the middle of that sushi roll. If you're looking for some buffet sushi, I can definitely recommend it. Let's go with the volcano roll. That has a kick and I quite enjoy it. The little sauce on the top of that volcano roll just kind of punches you in the face with a little burst of heat. As for the tuna inside, it is your standard spicy tuna roll. Now we're gonna go ahead and finish our Asian plates so that we can move on to the next station. Stay tuned.
Yeah.
Okay, so while Bacchanal has a salad station, we are gonna go ahead and skip that for stomach space.
You don't win friends with salad. You don't win friends with salad. You don't win friends with salad.
So let's move on to the next station, which should be Italian. Now you do have some nice cheeses over here. We're also gonna go ahead and skip those. So let's move on.
Don't fill up on bread and cheese.
No, do not fill up on bread and cheese as much as I want to. Let's go with a salmon mousse cone. That just sounds delightful. It's smoked salmon, creme fraiche, and some caviar. And there's an octopus salad, which will be octopus cannellini beans and fingerling potato. I'm tempted to get a slice of pizza, but let's save some stomach. You know what? Let's get a prosciutto.
One slice.
One slice. But again, do not fill up on the carbs. Let's keep moving on. Now they do have a make your own pasta bar, but we are gonna go with the seared salmon and potato gratin. So let's skip the pasta, go with some potato gratin.
I think we need the arancini.
Oh yes, crab and mozzarella arancini. We do need one of those. Now we're at my favorite part, the Mexican station. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves some tacos. Now they have a Baja fish taco, tacos al pastor, or carne asada. Let's get one of each. Let's go with a fish taco, taco al pastor, and carne asada. Now, before we go back to the table, I want to go to one of my other favorite things, the quesabirria taco.
Oh yeah.
You have to get quesabirria tacos when you're here at Bacchanal. Let's go with 2 and then some consomme. Yep. Okay, we've got our plates. Let's go back to the table and try everything out. All right, everyone, we are back at our table, and I figure I will start us all off with those tacos. Now, I am definitely a taco connoisseur. I love my tacos. Let's grab that consomme. Let's start with one of my favorites, the quesabirria tacos. Now they grill them right out there on the buffet. Let's dip it into the consomme, give it a bite. Those are just okay. The cheese is melty. The birria is in there. It does not really have the punch of flavor that I expect in birria. And the consomme, while delicious, it's very light and doesn't have the level of fat that I'm used to, where the fat kind of renders off and just creates a very rich texture. Let's move on to the carne asada taco. I'm getting a little more salsa than I am with the flavor of the beef. Moving on to the al pastor. Let's give that a bite. Now the al pastor has some delicious flavor to it. Little bit of a bite, little bit of a kick. You're definitely getting all those flavors that you expect with pork al pastor. Now for the fish taco. Actually, this one looks a little dry, so let's add a little bit of salsa on there. The fish is just okay. I'm getting more flavor from the salsa than I am with the fish. I'm not really getting the fish in that taco. Moving on, we're gonna have James try the rest of the items that we picked up.
Of course, my husband leaves me with all the items that I really wasn't that interested in to begin with. However, let's give it a shot. Starting off with pizza. I mean, buffet pizza is usually a poor decision. But let's try this prosciutto pizza. Looks like it's got a little bit of balsamic glaze and I think some arugula. Yeah, that's definitely arugula. It's a white pie. I love these types of flavors normally, but on buffets, it could be questionable. That's pretty darn good buffet pizza, I can't lie. It's very garlicky. A lot of olive oil. It's greasy, it's delicious. It's not bad. Let's try the octopus salad. It's nothing special. I love octopus, but that's not great. It's very on the fishier side, and I'm really not getting a lot of flavor from the actual like sauce that it's in. The rest of it's kind of unremarkable. I'm gonna try the arancini because that is one thing I did actually specifically ask for. And I think this is like a crab and mozzarella arancini. Now, arancini is a little fried risotto ball, if you're not sure what that is. Italian delicacy. That's delightful. Got a good chew to it, a little crunch on the outside. The risotto that's inside is perfectly cooked. Yeah, I like that. Last but not least, we've got the salmon mousse cone. As Paul said, it is going to be smoked salmon. It looks like pureed smoked salmon. A little bit of caviar, a little bit of tiny bit of creme fraiche. I'm realizing we've got to get B-roll for all this, but whatever. It's okay. You know, buffet videos are a little more hectic than our normal restaurant videos. Let's give it a taste. This isn't bad. I can see that being really, really good as like a brunch item. Also, I feel like that would go great with cocktails, like an appetizer at a cocktail party. So neither of us can remember what this actually was, but clearly it's salmon. Looks like there might be some microgreens in there. Salmon potato gratin, okay. Again, I probably wouldn't have chosen this if it wasn't for the video, but we're trying to show you as much as we can, as much as we can stomach anyway. That's delightful. Maybe a touch on the salty side, but not bad. If you like salmon, if you like potatoes, That's pretty good. We're gonna eat this. We don't like any food to go to waste. We're gonna try and eat as much of it as possible, and then I'll be grabbing the next round. All right, well, we're not gonna waste any stomach space on it. I do wanna point out that they do have some vegan options here, including possible stroganoff, soy rizo chili, and spring vegetables with lentils. However, I'm more here for the meats. Ooh. A little bit of turkey, please. Perfect, thank you. All right, we got bourbon maple Brussels sprouts, grilled tricolor carrots, and broccolini and cauliflower. You know, just for the sake of making sure we throw in some vegetables here,
You always gotta have vegetables.
we're gonna try a little bit of the Brussels sprouts. I do love a good Brussels sprout. Oh, we got bloated potato salad, one of my favorites, but I'm gonna skip it just because there's so much to eat. You literally cannot come to the Bacchanal and eat it all. It is too much food.
Roasted bone marrow.
We definitely gotta get some roasted bone marrow, as well as the wood grilled lamb T-bone. So now we've come to the carving station here. Shall we go tri-tip or prime rib?
Tri-tip.
Just a little bit of tri-tip, please, my friend. Thank you so much, sir. Can you get a little bit of brisket thinly sliced, please? Thank you. And a little bit of slab bacon too, please. Thank you so much. All right, we are gonna go with a little bit of the Borson mashed potatoes. And a little bit of mac and cheese. Just a little bit so we can taste it. And this one last little lonely slider. Oh my God, that's hot. Careful when you go to grab those. Holy butts. We're start with a little bit of bone marrow. Sadly, there's more bone than marrow, but you know, it could be tasty. It's what you'd expect for buffet bone marrow. It's fine. It's not mind-blowing. It's kind of dry. I think it's been sitting out there for a bit. Sadly, it's really lacking that fatty richness that bone marrow is known for having. As someone who worked in barbecue for a very, very long time, I have to try the brisket, even though I can look at it and tell you this is a travesty. I mean, first off, the way they cut it is just awful. It kind of makes me want to cry.
I can hear you groaning as she was putting the brisket on the plate.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm not gonna tell someone how to do their job, but that's not how you cut brisket. We're definitely going for barbecue sauce. I can tell you right now, he needs it. It's smoked with white oak and I think cherry wood, they said, but I could be wrong. If you eat brisket regularly, you will be disappointed. Avoid the brisket. Buffet brisket in general is just bad. I've never had best brisket on a buffet where it's ever been good. Just don't waste your time and stomach space. Moving on to the mashed potatoes, because how can you fuck up mashed potatoes? They're fine. They're creamy, delicious, got a nice little Borson flavor. Let's try the mac and cheese. Yeah, that was good. That is some solid buffet mac and cheese. Like actually, of all the buffets I've ever been to in my life, this is my favorite mac and cheese on any buffet I've ever had. I can't even lie. Every time we come back to Bacchanal, I always get the mac and cheese and I am never disappointed. Nice and sharp, creamy, delicious. Cavatappi pasta. Tri-tip. I gotta voice my frustration. I don't know how people who work the carving stations are trained to cut meat, but like, are they just given a knife and saying like, have at it? Because, god damn, this is poorly cut. Anyway, sorry, again, I spent 5 years cutting meat, and it's, as much as I hate to say this, it's not like it's a super hard science. You just gotta know what to do. I mean, first off, cut against, against the grain. All right, anyway, tri-tip. It's fine. It's cooked pretty well, actually. I wish there was a little bit stronger seasoning. Its main seasoning is salt. All right, let's try the slab bacon here. That's meat candy. That just falls apart in your mouth, melts in your mouth. Oh, that's full of sodium though. Oh my God, I can feel my blood pressure rising eating that. It's delicious. I'm gonna turn the rest over to Paul and see what he thinks.
Now I'm gonna start off with one of my favorite things on a buffet, which is the turkey. Now we did go with a truffle jus. Now cutting into it, I'm a little worried because on the outside it looks a little dry. Let's see how it fares. Okay, I'm pleasantly surprised. That is not dry. I will say that the truffle jus adds a little bit extra to that turkey. All in all, I think that's one of the hits of the carving station. Let's try the Brussels sprouts. I'm quite enjoying these Brussels sprouts. Now moving on, we're gonna go with the lamb T-bone.
Looks like it's served on polenta.
It does look like it's served on polenta. Yeah, because that's definitely not potatoes. That is polenta. Now, just cutting into this lamb, it looks like it's cooked a little bit more well done. Definitely not medium. Let's give it a bite. It's cooked a little bit past my liking for lamb, but it's full of flavor. So I will definitely say the lamb is a hit. I'm actually quite enjoying it, and it's not tough. Now moving on to the last item that we picked up, which was the Bacchanal slider.
That may be the driest slider.
Yeah, this slider looks a little dry. We're just gonna take the little pick out, and I'm gonna give it a bite. Now, the bun itself is very dry. Let's give it a bite.
I've never been pleasantly surprised with it in the past.
A little surprise there in that slider. Yep, it's a pickle surprise. It's a fried pickle surprise. Pickles are not my thing. But if you like fried pickles, yeah, you get fried pickle on a slider. But looks can be deceiving on this slider because while the bun is dry, while the cheese looks a little overdone, it's probably just been sitting out for a bit. The inside of the meat is actually a little pink. So, you know, the meat is at least pretty good. We're gonna finish everything that we got off of the carving station and finish our plates here. We'll be back with some seafood.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more food from the Bacchanal after these messages.
Hi there, everyone. We hope that you are enjoying today's video. If you are, please consider liking, subscribing, commenting, and sharing, and hit that bell icon for notifications whenever a new episode of James and Paul Try It All is released. We release new videos every Saturday at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Your support means the world to us, and it allows our videos to be seen by more viewers just like you. Now back to our video. All right, everyone, we're gonna go for the best part of the buffet before we get to dessert, the seafood. Now it looks like there's some steamed crab legs. Let's go with. Now there is a seafood boil over here. We're gonna go ahead and skip it because there is quite a bit of shrimp and it's just all mixed together. Definitely need some butter. Now, if you haven't gotten the theme of this video, it's a bit hectic. So we're gonna do our best to show you everything because we do like to try it all, but we're inching on less than 25 minutes left of our 90-minute timer.
It's very hard to go through all this in 90 minutes and review it.
Exactly, but we are trying our best here. So let's keep moving on here to the rest of the seafood.
Oh, I do remember enjoying the black mussels.
Black mussels do look delightful, so let's grab a few. I do not see tongs. Speaking of drunken clams, it's missing a few clams.
Oh,
They're just not sitting in the shells.
So it's just the shells.
I see a lot of shells and no clams.
A lot of shells, but no clams. Okay.
Let's go with 2 of these. There's at least 2 clams in these shells.
Man, Bacchanal, you're striking out with me tonight.
But let's grab some lobster claws.
And that's basically it. So unless we...
Looks like we've got all the seafood here. I was expecting some bigger crab legs or something a little more spectacular.
Yeah.
However, let's go try what we got so we can get to dessert.
All right, well, Paul goes to find some crackers to crack their crab claws and lobster claw with. I'm gonna go ahead and dig into the scallop here because it requires no crackers. And Paul's not huge on scallops. I keep trying to get him to enjoy them, but they're just not his thing. Let's give it a taste. It's not the best scallop. I mean, for a buffet, I guess I can't complain too much. It's okay. It's on the rubberier side, even though they just put it out, so which leads me to think that it's kind of overcooked. However, in their defense, that's super easy to do with scallops, so I mean, I've done it plenty of times at home. Yeah, it's okay. It's nothing special. That's really been the theme of the evening is it's okay. It's nothing special, which is really heartbreaking because we used to have some great meals here at Bacchanal, and tonight is just not our night. Now, hopefully we'll get some crab crackers here soon. I'm gonna ask them to not count this time against us. On that note, we'll be back in just a moment.
5 minutes later.
Okay. Crab claw crackers have been acquired. So, let's start digging in. I'm not even going to mention how it was trying to obtain them. Let's start cracking this crab claw open. Or crab legs. I have never been good at opening up a crab.
I mean, those are also boiled or steamed to mush. So while Paul's trying to fumble with that crab, I want to point out that the very first time we ever went to the Wynn Buffet, we went for dinner, and we ended up having such a horrible negative experience that footage was permanently lost and never released. I'm almost now wondering, as we are nearing the last few menu items here at the Bacchanal, is that what's going to happen with this video?
I don't know. I don't know what I can salvage from this. I don't know. Let's try and move on to the lobster claw.
Yeah, they don't give you the right tools to get into the crab legs.
However, that snapped open. There we go. Dip in the butter. Let's give it a taste. With the butter, the lobster is sweet. To be honest though, I've had better lobster. Let's see if I can pull a little bit more out here, just to give it a fair opinion. Nice little bit of lobster claw. See, the lobster claw comes out great. You know, the lobster claw itself is not bad. That being said, I have had better lobster. However, if you are coming to this buffet and you just want to go all in on big ticket items, they have a bunch of lobster claws out there. So go ahead and just get yourself your plate full of lobster claws and go to town. Moving on, we're gonna go ahead and try this clam. Now, it's listed over on the buffet as drunken clams, and as you saw earlier, a lot of the clams were missing out of the shells. So we found the 2 lone clams that had a clam inside. Let's give it a taste. It's very rubbery.
Listen, that face says it all.
It's very rubbery, and it's briny and not the best way.
I would recommend you don't eat anymore.
I don't know what the flavor is that I'm trying to describe here because it almost kind of tastes like old seawater.
And not in a good way?
No, not in the best way. I'm gonna take a sip of iced tea here. Because I think at this point, the seafood kind of says itself right now. So we're just gonna move on to desserts. Stay tuned.
Alrighty friends, we're nearing the 90-minute time limit, but it's time for dessert. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab one of these vanilla cones, and then we're gonna try some assorted French macarons. I'm gonna get Paul a pistachio. Yes, fresh fruit. We definitely can skip that. Raspberry shortbread bite, that sounds wonderful. Oh yeah, sure, let's try a vanilla cheesecake. Double chocolate mousse. Coffee tiramisu, we know will be a winner between the two of us. But I am a sucker for a pineapple upside down cake. And a chocolate lava cake, can't lie. All right, we are gonna get a Portuguese egg tart because, oh my God. Come on, little sucker. Oh, I do love gelato. Maybe I'll come back and get some on the way out. I love Thai iced tea. That's cute. The peanut butter Elvis, which is peanut butter mousse layered on banana mousse, white chocolate cream and caramel. I'll skip that though. But I am gonna go in for one of these little creme brulees. I love a creme brulee. Yes, I know how it's pronounced. I'm just saying it that way because it's silly. I'm running out of dessert space here. Ube cheesecake mochi donut. I think we've just made the full lap. And I don't think we're gonna do anything else from dessert. Let's try our desserts. We are nearing the finish line. Holy crap, I got a bunch of dessert, but oh well. We're gonna try a little bit of everything to see what's good, what's not. Let's start with the Thai iced tea. That's delightful. Absolutely delightful. It's creamy, sweet. Let's go on to one of my favorite desserts. Pineapple upside down cake. Love pineapple upside down cake. I make a mean pineapple upside down cake. Ooh, that is very soft, which leads me to wonder if it's been baked enough or if the pineapple was just so juicy. That's fine. It's not great. There's not a lot of pineapple flavor, but I can't fault them on that. They are very likely using canned pineapple, and ultimately, as a baker, I will tell you that that's what is recommended for pineapple upside down cake. But unfortunately, you're kind of left up to chance whether that canned pineapple is going to be decent or not. And that just doesn't have enough flavor. Let's try the lava cake. What's the quintessential dessert of every casual American chain restaurant out there? Now this looks actually pretty good. It's very light and fudgy. Wonderful amount of, like, look at all that lava in there. Because we totally forgot to get B-roll. I figured we saw that one off there. That's good. That's really good. If you like chocolate fudge, get it. Now creme brulee obviously is going to be probably one of the most quintessential casino buffet desserts. I went for the one that had the most char at the top. It's got a little bit of a crust, a little bit of a shell there. Okay, actually pretty good. Nice little crack. That's decent creme brulee. When I make creme brulee, I tend to make it a little bit sweeter for the custard base itself. I feel like it's lacking a little bit of sugar and a little bit of vanilla. Like I think you could use a hit of both, and that would really just throw it over the top. Let's try the macarons. I'm gonna go with the chocolate one here and save the pistachio for Paul. That's a delightful macaron. You got that kind of marshmallowy texture. Raspberry shortbread tart. Love raspberry, love shortbread. Let's give it a taste. There's a little raspberry jelly inside there. That's quite good. The vanilla cone, covered, dipped in like chocolate, looks beautiful. Unremarkable. Not enough vanilla. Chocolate mousse cup. Looks like there's white chocolate mousse and dark chocolate mousse. Ooh, that's thick. That is a thick mousse. Again, I just don't feel like it's sweet enough. In fact, there's not even a lot of flavor. I don't know how it has like zero flavor. That just blows my mind. I don't get it. I'm getting a hint of dark chocolate. There should be a little bit of sweetness to really, emphasize that flavor and bring it to the forefront. Let's go into the tiramisu. God, I hope this is better. That's okay. Again, the Sauvignon needs sugar, needs vanilla. There's not enough flavor there. The ladyfinger underneath, it's thoroughly soaked in espresso. You get a good, strong espresso flavor. That's not bad. Vanilla cheesecake. Anything that has the word vanilla in it now, I'm really questioning what they're doing. Again, if you're gonna put vanilla in the name, I want vanilla to be the strongest flavor there. And I'm not getting any vanilla. I'm getting cream cheese and sugar and a little bit of like graham cracker crust. That's it. Mochi donut. This is ube cheesecake. I don't know if I like mochi donuts or not, and I keep trying them. The mochi is actually fine. It's honestly the ube cheesecake, and it's not the ube. I love ube. It's the cheesecake aspect. Again, not enough sugar. It is sour in an offensive way. Like, this cheesecake tastes nothing like this cheesecake. The cheesecake topping on here just tastes like sour cream cheese that's been sitting out for too long. Last but not least, we're gonna try the egg tart. I normally love a Portuguese egg tart. That's good. That's good. That just came out of the oven, piping hot. Good amount of vanilla in there. Not too sweet, but they shouldn't be. Portuguese egg tarts aren't overly sugary. Nice and buttery and flaky with the crispy, pastry. All in all, the desserts have been On that note, stay tuned for our final thoughts.
Alrighty, everyone, we have come back up to our room here at Nobu at Caesar's Palace. We've had a little bit of time to sit and stew and think about, what we just experienced at Bacchanal, and I think we both agree that it was tragic. There's no other way to describe it.
It was a train wreck.
This is a buffet that we have recommended to you, our viewers.
Oh yeah, we recommend it to everyone we talk to.
Yeah, our friends, our family, and tonight's experience has really left me questioning the fact that we did that for the last year and a half at the very least.
Yeah, I feel really bad, to be honest, because again, this is a buffet that I've recommended to everyone. And little backstory here, when James and I got married, I spent over $2,200 for our wedding guests to dine with us at the Bacchanal Buffet.
For our wedding dinner.
And it was an amazing experience. The quality was there. Service was still impeccable. Service on this experience was not up to par.
No, and it wasn't just our server, it was just kind of everything all around. A lot of stations at the buffet being empty for like extended periods of time, which says to me that they're not keeping up, with demand. As you saw in the video, there was a lot of complaints about things just being okay.
The weirdest part about it is that these were a lot of items that we chose off the buffet that we've had before, that we've enjoyed before, and they did not hit the same.
Unfortunately, we can't recommend Bacchanal, at least for their dinner service.
I almost feel like the biggest problem with that could be things like cutbacks.
Are they using the same ingredients,
That
that they
too.
were a year and a half ago? And my guess is not. There's a rising cost of everything. I'm sad. I can't lie, because I feel like I've lost something that in Vegas that I had a high esteem for, and it held a special place in my heart. And I'm just really sad that that's no longer the case. As always, though, we want to share our honest experiences with you, because that is, the reason that we keep doing this channel, to help you folks make sure that you are getting the most out of your Vegas vacation. No one ever likes to feel ripped off. No one ever likes to feel disappointed or that they're not getting something that's worth the money they're paying for. On that note, if you did enjoy today's video, or if you'd simply like to just help us, please consider hitting that like button, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to ring that bell icon for notifications whenever a new episode of James and Paul Try It All is released every single Saturday at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I don't think there's anything more to say. We have beaten this horse to death. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap up and say thank you. We appreciate you. We love you. Your support means the world to us. And you folks are the star of the show and the reason we keep making videos. So until next week, we hope you have a great one. Bye, guys.
That can be treated with our good friend alcohol. Slave girl. Oh, slave girl.
More libations, my imperial conquerors?
What?
More booze.
Oh, yeah. 2 more of these, please. And for you, Ned?
Give me a white wine spritzer. 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 Spritzer.